Last 5 years alone, we've seen faulty mortgage-related securities, we've seen foreclosure fraud, we've seen big losses from risky trading, we've seen money laundering, we've seen LIBOR rate rigging. Until Dodd-Frank rules take effect, the rest of us more or less stand by idly as megabanks take more risks that will almost inevitably and eventually lead to the near failure. We shouldn't tolerate business as usual, monitoring risk until we're once again near the brink of disaster. We should learn from our recent history. We should correct our mistakes by dealing with the problem head on. That means, Mr. President, preventing the anti-competitive concentration of banks that are too big to fail, whose favored status encourages them to engage in high-risk behavior. How many more scandals will it take before we acknowledge that we can't rely on regulators to prevent subprime lending, dangerous derivatives, risky proprietary trading, financial instruments that nobody understands, including people running the banks in many cases, and even fraud manipulation? Wall Street's been allowed to run wild for years. We simply cannot wait any longer for regulators to act. These institutions are too big to manage, they're too big to regulate, and they're surely still too big to fail.